Because whether she knows it or not, Candy has just shined a really bright spotlight on exactly what it's like to be morbidly obese. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam. If you are a returning viewer and you keep coming back week after week, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much, and my little community has been expanding so rapidly lately that I just want to make sure that I express my sincere gratitude for those of you who come back week after week. I truly enjoy reading your comments, getting your perspective on things. Sometimes there are things that I miss or misread, and you guys are always there. So thank you so much for that. If you are new here and this is the first time you are seeing my face, welcome. I make weekly videos dissecting internet nonsense, so if you're into that type of thing or you like today's video, I hope that you'll consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out the channel and it makes sure that you never miss another upload from me. It wasn't but 2 to 3 weeks ago that we were here discussing the passing of Sick and Tired of Waiting, a content creator who passed away in the midst of relapsing into her eating disorder. When I was filming that video and getting ready to put it out, I was made aware that Hungry Fatchick, another plus-size mukbang content creator here on the platform, had been hospitalized with a very similar infection to the one that killed Sick and Tired of Waiting. And so I started watching a little bit of her content, just hoping that she would make it out okay. The good news is she made it through and she is now home. The bad news is that she has relapsed back into her old habits. And so today I just want to talk about that a little bit, but also talk about the ways that Hungry Fatchick really sheds light on what it's like to be obese and the dark side of obesity. I do want to make it known up front that I don't think Hungry Fatchick has explicitly come out on her channel and said that she wants to lose weight or change her bad habits or fix her trauma, but she has made some pretty down-to-earth revealing content from time to time where she does talk about how her body being larger causes her issue. Now, I did watch her Popeyes mukbang in full, the one that she published immediately after getting home from the hospital, and it's unsettling. She is out of breath, sitting down in a chair to eat a massive amount of fast food. She is bruised all over from where she has been poked and prodded at this hospital. And she is telling us that she could not move her own body. Like the nurses were having to pick up her legs or swing them for her so that she could get in and out of the hospital bed. And as an aside, in case you've never watched Hungry Fatchick's content before, I really hadn't until this point in time, until she was getting out of the hospital. It can be very uncomfortable to watch. I was very uncomfortable. Her content is specific to feederism and fetishist content, even if she says that it is not. And it took a lot, you guys, a lot for me to get through the eating, the mouth noises, the sex noises. Like, I like food, but like, that was too much. I have never made a sex noise over food before. So I was very uncomfortable. But don't worry, I made it through so that we can talk about this today. And trust me, I'm going to spare you that because I cannot sit through that again. Even to edit, I will not subject myself to that. But what I do want to point out specifically from that mukbang was her saying this.
I never felt humiliated or dehumanized in any way, shape, or form. I was treated with dignity and respect, you know, and I believe that's the way it should be, you know. I believe every human being, regardless of age, race, size, shape, disability, what have you, should be treated with dignity and humanity and respect. Kindness, kindness is important.
And she is not wrong. But the minute I heard her say this, I paused the video so quick to write the timestamp because the only thing I could think, the thing I said out loud to myself, is I wish that she would give herself respect and dignity and kindness. Because having watched the content that she put out leading up to this moment where she says this, it is very clear to me that she is not giving herself those things. She is not being kind to herself. And I don't know Candy, the creator. We are not friends. We have never met. Again, this is the first time I'm really watching her content, but she seems like such a kind-hearted, gentle, and caring person. And it's so obvious from the outside looking in that something is happening. Whether it's an eating disorder, whether it's another mental health disorder, nobody really deserves to live like this. And I think that's why when I saw her most recent vlog where she was admitting what her life is like, I wanted to talk about this, about the actual dark side of obesity. Because whether she knows it or not, Candy has just shined a really bright spotlight on exactly what it's like to be morbidly obese. No matter how bright and shiny these fat activists try to make it seem, this is what obesity really does to someone. Now, I'm going to set the scene for you guys, but I will insert clips. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping things really concise because it can get messy quickly. Her thoughts are a little bit sporadic in the video. She opens the video lying down in her chair, completely out of breath from just the movement she's done to turn her camera on and hold the tripod so that it's very close to her face. She tells us that she's not feeling well. She's not planning on ordering food, even though she hasn't eaten since the previous evening. She hasn't eaten all day. She feels hunger, but she also feels like crap. This is how she opens her video. She also says she knows she should be filming content for her channel and that it should be eating content. And her use of the word should was very telling because it's the first little glimpse we get that she is trapped in this cycle because her binging, her overeating, whatever is happening there in her life has become her only source of income. She is trapped in a cycle where she is making content for people who could care less if she passed away. Just let that sink in for a moment. These are people who want to watch people eat and gain weight without a care in the world what happens to this person. This is one of the dark sides of obesity. The first thing that just broke my heart into itty bitty pieces was this.
I'm just glad to be home. I'm glad to be home. No. I feel you out there, baby. I just want to cry.
This does not look like someone who is happy or happy to be at home. I do know that she lives a very solitary life outside of having a cleaner come in from time to time. She is completely alone. Her entire life revolves around getting up, sitting down in this chair, playing video games, and filming mukbangs for her YouTube channel. And I'm not exaggerating. She tells us that herself.
Just another day in the life. This is what I do. I get up and I come out here and I just sit in this chair, watch my TV, play my little video games, whatever. Takes my ibuprofen. And at some point in the evening, I will order food because I don't want to go cook because my stupid hip hurts too bad to walk in the kitchen. It's like I barely walk to the bathroom. And it's like every couple of hours anyway. I get a little bit of exercise. I'm like back and forth in the house.
Could you imagine this being your entire existence? Could you imagine this being anyone else's entire existence? The truth is, this isn't out of the realm of reality for many people who are obese or morbidly obese. No matter how bright or shiny or happy these fat activist TikTokers try to look, this is the reality for most obese people. This is what your mental health looks like. This is it, what you're seeing here from Candy. And it only gets worse as she continues to talk about wanting to do a grocery order. She's talking about getting prepared food so that she doesn't really have to put in any effort at all. Take a look.
Easy peasy. That's what I need. Easy peasy. Like very, very simple prep meals. You know, like stuff that's pre-prepared or whatever. You know, and I don't even want to heat stuff up in the microwave. I mean, and it's not that I'm lazy. It's just, it's not that. It's really not. I don't know if it's an anxiety or I just don't know. I don't know. It's just the easier for me, the better, you know, because walking to the door from this chair has been the easiest thing, you know.
I'm struggling in this moment still, even as I film this, even after I've watched this, even after I've digested it, to understand the mental gymnastics of whatever was happening in that clip. She's openly telling us that she wants easily prepared food because she's lazy and that's what causes her to order out, but then says that even microwaving food is too difficult. But not because she's lazy, because of anxiety. And for me, like, it's just not connecting. I don't understand what that means. And I could be missing something. Please let me know if you think I'm missing something. But that truly does not make any sense to me. But to be fair, I scrolled through Candy's content a little bit. I saw that she has done some mukbang videos with Nikocado Avocado, another problematic mukbanger who is just gaining weight to make money off of feeders. Even just buying prepared food from the grocery store would be a step forward for her if that was the only thing she was doing. But she tells us that she orders food because it's easier for her to take the 2 steps to the door that's right behind her in her video than it is to get up and walk to her kitchen. Just take a second to think about that. Her life has gotten so bad, her health has gotten so bad, that it's easier for her to just take the 2 steps to the door to get the greasy, the fried, fast food than it is to walk to the kitchen and spend a minute putting something in the microwave. You guys know, I'm a hopeless optimist and I don't like saying these things about people, but it really made me wonder if she is too far gone. And I don't like to think that way ever. I don't want to believe that anyone is too far gone. But this is so hard for me to comprehend. Like, I literally just can't wrap my brain around it. Then, without a single thought about it, she shares again that she is trapped in this sort of content cycle because it's her livelihood.
But I'm spending too much money. I don't like spending that much money on food that I'm not earning off of. You know what I mean? you know, if I order out, I need to be shooting a video and allowing myself to just order food and eat willy-nilly. And I'm not saying it's a binge. It's just a meal even.
She's just openly admitting to us that her YouTube channel, her only source of income, she uses that to justify her ordering takeout, her potentially fulfilling her binge eating disorder. I don't know if she has that, but she's caught herself in these cycles and she's monetized her poor health and her poor relationship with food. And I just can't even imagine having a platform with so many followers who are into this type of thing, who could care less if you lived or died. And to me, it's like her priorities are skewed, right? They're skewed focused on her income. But the thing that's giving her income is literally killing her. And I can't imagine the anxiety of having to change your entire platform and potentially losing your audience or some of your views. But I honestly believe that she needs to do that or she's going to die. And again, I hate saying those words. I never, ever want that to happen to people. But the reality is, like, we're watching a car drive 95 miles an hour at a brick wall. Like, literally a brick wall. Her priorities are so skewed that even in the Popeyes mukbang where she just got out of the hospital, she says that she's going to think ahead for her next trip.
But like next time I go, I'm going to have a bag. I'm going to have a go bag, a bag packed.
And all this did was bring me back to that video about sick and tired of waiting, because as I mentioned in her video about her story, she hit a point in her relapse where she literally admitted on a TikTok that she had accepted death. She had accepted that this was her life. She was going to eat herself to death. And I fear that Hungry Fat Chick might be feeling this way. She might have come out of the hospital thinking, I'm 50 years old. This is all I have to live for. So I'm going to do it until I die. I hope that she can get some help because nobody deserves to live like this. And just like I was saying at the beginning, I really would just love to see her give herself the respect, the dignity, the kindness that she deserves. I want her to give that to herself. And I want her to give it to herself before it's too late. And you know, one of the most powerful things somebody said to me that kind of kickstarted me onto my journey and where I'm at is that you have to take care of yourself. And you have to treat yourself with kindness because nobody else is going to do it for you. So if you don't do it, it won't happen. All right. That is all I have for you guys today. I'm curious, did you see Hungry Fat Chick's mukbang? Did you know that she was in the hospital? What do you think about her content in general? I'm curious to know. You'll have to just share that with me in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for being here with me again today. I will see you in the next one. Bye.